Good morning. Let's work on Math Lesson 5.10, Numbers Before, After, and Between, pages 125 and 126. At the top of your page, you're going to notice that we have a number line. And if you remember a few lessons back, we had a number line and we had to fill in the numbers. Well, this time they give us a number line. And we're going to use this number line to help us figure out numbers before, after, and in between. All right, so let's begin. For numbers 1 and 2, we're going to write the number that comes before. And the way that we know we're writing the number that comes before is because they've left the left-hand side empty. We know that we always move left to right, left to right. So because the left side is empty, we are writing the number that comes before. If you look up at the number line, you can see that if you go back or you move towards the left, you will have numbers that come before. All right? So if I'm looking for the number that comes before 7, I could either count backwards and just say 7 and jump back to the number, or I could use the number line to help me. So if I'm starting at 7 and I move back or to the left, the number that comes right before 7 would be 6. I can also just count backwards, 7, 6. Moving to number 2, they give me the number 4. Well, I can look at the number line, and if I move left on the number line, I notice that 3 comes before 4. You may not need to use the number line. You may already know this. Okay, so now we're going to work on numbers that come after. And if you look at our answer sheet, the space is to the right. So we will be moving to the right this time. And our number will be the number that comes after, directly after. So if I have 6, I look at 6 on the number line, and the number that comes right after it, to the right, would be 7. If I have 2, I need to start at 2 on the number line, and I move to the right. The number that comes after is 3. Now, at the bottom, they want me to write the number that is in between. So, I have 8, the spot in between, and then I have 10. So I can just count and fill in the missing number, or I can use my number line. So they give me the 8 and the 10. And the number that's in between the two of them is 9. So I would write 9 on the line. If I look at the bottom number, I have 2, an empty spot, and 4. I could just count and figure out what number is missing, or I could use my number line. So here's 2 on the number line, and here's 4 on the number line. I need to figure out what number comes between the 2 and the 4, and I see that it is the number 3. I can also count 2, 3, 4, and recognize that I've filled in the correct number. Let's turn our worksheet over and do the back side. Here, they've given us missing numbers in each of these sequences. There's a set of 5 rows with each row having a sequence of numbers, and I need to fill in the missing number for each. So I'm just going to do this by counting. In this first one, it's the middle number that's missing. I have 2 blank 4. What number comes after 2 and before 4? Well, that's 2, 3. So I need to circle the 3. I'm also going to write it here so I get that additional practice with my numbers. For number 2, they've given me 7, 8, and I need to figure out which number comes next. So if I'm counting, it would be 7, 8, 9. 9 is the number that would come next. It's the missing number. Let's look at number 3. I have 0, a blank, and 2. What number becomes between 0 and 2? Well, I can count. 0, 1 would be next, so I need to circle the 1 and write 1 on the line. For number 4, I have 8, 9, and the missing spot. Let's count. 8, 9, 10. 10 is the missing number. Let's write 10 on the line. And finally, I have the first number missing here. Blank, 1, 2. What number comes before 1? Well, the number that comes before 1 is 0. I need to write 0 on the line. 0, 1, 2. Good work.